Good evening, students and parents and grandparents. Welcome to our very first pre-recorded concert. Strange times, but we are here, and we are so happy that you can be watching our performance in a safe environment. I often say to the kids that every day we have an opportunity to make music together. It's a gift, and we treat it as a gift. And today is no exception. We're happy to be able to be here. This year, things have definitely looked different between 6-foot spacing, as you can see behind me. Your lovely young ladies and gentlemen, children are sitting very far apart in masks, and it's definitely very different. Definitely some challenges that we've had this year, having instrumentation based on our alphabet, and how are we even going to have a concert? One of the things that people have addressed to me at the beginning of the year is, how do you do band online? And believe me, we've had lots of times to try and think about this and see how we're going to make this happen. But in spite of these numerous challenges, we have been able to learn, we have been able to improve, as you're going to hopefully see in this concert this evening. And we definitely have a deeper appreciation for things that do bring us joy and peace and happiness, and music will always be one of those things. Things will get better, hopefully. I'm sure that they will. And my goal, as always, is hopefully that we won't have missed a beat. That we worked so hard getting to this point and getting through this weird situation. That you know, when we come back to 5 full days and everybody's here, and that we are ready to just pick up and run from where we left off in musical sense. So we are ready to perform for you this evening. We're very excited. We have 3 songs that we're going to be performing for you this evening. First one is called Lionsgate, and this song paints a picture, as a lot of times music does. You can just kind of imagine in your mind what the music is talking about and making the picture happen. And this is the majestic mountains viewed from the Pacific Ocean. One of the things that we've been working on this piece is a new key signature. So we're ready to perform Lionsgate. Our next piece is called Water's Edge. It's a beautiful lyrical piece, and one of the things that is really nice to be able to do, especially with 7th grade at this level, is kind of develop that lyrical sense of performing and music. It's definitely challenging. It's slower moving music, but it's making it play from the heart. And something that we've been working on, this somewhat paints a picture also of a waterfront scene as waves approach the shoreline, so you might kind of hear a little bit of that. But we've been working quite a bit on being able to watch and play expressively, but move together as a group at the same time. So this is at the water's edge. Such a beautiful piece, and they really handled that well. I'm very, very proud of this group to be able to play at such a high maturity level when it comes to these lyrical pieces, and it makes me very excited to be able to work with them from the rest of this year and then again next year, and I guess until they graduate. Get a little hand in that. So before we finish up with our last piece, I do have a few announcements that I'm going to make. What we sent home with this video is also going to be the new book information. We will be transitioning into a new book, so that will be sent home. We'll start using the new book and when we come back to school in January, so January 4th, after break, we'll be starting to use it in class time, and then they'll be getting a grade on making sure that they have that in hand by January 11th. Also being sent home with this video will be the holiday wish list, which is a great time to be thinking about things to enhance these young musicians playing and their equipment. The list will include things from reeds to mutes to mouthpieces to upgraded instruments, and if you look at the paper that will be sent home, it will also have our website, stowband.org, and that is a great resource because it has all kinds of mouthpiece suggestions and new instruments and such that will help you in your shopping. So please do see the website. We do have a jazz band concert coming up on January 13th. That's also, we've been working very hard for that. I'm going to ask the people who are involved and who have been chosen and auditioned. And for jazz band, if you could stand, please, we'd like to recognize you real quick. Yeah, so yes. These guys have been coming in one day after school. You guys see Wednesday. Awesome. They come in once a week after school hours, sometimes on Tuesdays, sometimes on Thursdays, to do some more and get some more music, which is awesome. And so for these guys, a lot of them, it's their first experience with jazz, so we're kind of excited about that. That's coming up. And then, of course, our next concert is February 25th. I have no idea if it will be in this situation or if it will be in a different place, but we are planning on it at this point. Before we finish up, I'd also like to definitely thank a few people. We have our administration over here who's actually watching the concert. Mr. Love, Mr. Dietrich, very appreciative of all their support that they give us and the ensemble. It's definitely seen and heard and present. A lot of times, one or both of them will walk into my room and just kind of, hang and say what's going on and listen to the music and try and be part of that. And that's such a good message to the students to know that we all do care about what they're doing. And so I do appreciate that. The Stow School District and Kempton have made 2 purchases this year of 2 new 3/4 size tubas. I want to say thank you very much for that. Very exciting stuff. Those are already in hand and practicing at home, and makes for such a big improvement in what the quality of instrument that they have to play on at home. So little by little, we're building that up. Our Stow Band Parents Organization has also had a big hand in purchasing new music stands, various percussion sticks and mallets, and on the plate for this year is also 2 new tenor saxes. So we are a very awesome band parents organization that is very supportive and financially and just in their presence. So we're very, very thankful of that. Could not do this job without my colleagues. I have some wonderful colleagues here, and they're actually all here this evening, although you can't see all of them. But Mrs. Grossi, who is actually standing behind the video camera, also teaches at Lakeview and at the high school, and assists me here. We have Mr. Lewis, who is doing our gold students this year in this remote learning situation. He also is our percussion specialist. Very appreciative of him. Mr. Newman, who is also back there filling in some percussion, is at the high school. He's the head marching band director. He also does lessons at Lakeview and helps me sometimes 2 or 3 or 4 days a week at Kempton. And we also, I'm very, very appreciative to Mr. Campagna, who's running sound this evening and has helped very much, and he's also on board with us in the marching band situation. So if we could all thank all of our directors, we are very appreciative. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to parents and the students. This has, again, been such an interesting year, and the whole fact that we're just sticking with it and going through it and being determined that we're going to learn through this no matter what, and we're going to grow, and we're going to be better musicians because of it, was fantastic, and it just makes me so proud. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the fact that for students and for parents alike that you're believing in the importance of music. If you didn't believe that, they wouldn't be here, and you guys wouldn't be here. And even though this challenging time is here, it is important. It's an important part of your life, and it always will be. And I'm so happy that I'm able to help you get through this time. So keep sticking with it. It's awesome. Parents definitely appreciate you bringing them up for practices and back home, and supporting everything that you do as far as their equipment and just making sure that they're going to be as successful as they can be. We're going to finish up our concert with a song called Fanfare on Joy to the World. This song has a lot of syncopated rhythms. You're going to recognize the Joy to the World section of that. It also has some contrasting staccatos and legato section stuff. So it makes it a little more interesting. You'll recognize it, but it's not the true traditional of what you're used to. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season, and thank you for tuning into this pre-recorded concert. We are very, very pleased to be able to help make this happen.